Hey you guys, welcome back to Painting with Pretty. I'm Amber Pretty and today I filmed for you this summertime fine, this orange peachy daytime look. I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet, but yeah, if you like this look, stay tuned.
Alright you guys, let's get started. First I'm going to take my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette in the color Georgia on a MAC 217 brush, and I'm just going to use it as my transition shade so my colors can blend into each other very nicely. I'm just going to blend that out very well. Next I went with the color Puree in that same palette. And you want to tap off all the excess off your brush because you don't want this color to get dark. It has the potential to get dark, but we just want to make sure it's a soft brown because we're just using it so our other colors can transition into each other very nicely. Next, I grabbed my Juvias Place palette and I took that yellow color on that same MAC 217 blending brush. And I'm just going to use that color on the outer eyelid and just blend it in towards my brow. Blend it, blend it, blend it. Blending ain't fun, but what? Y'all should have it now. It gets the job done. Next, I'm going to go in with this Revlon lipstick. And yes, it is lipstick that I'm putting on my eye. And I'm going to take this orange in the Juvias Place palette to lay over that orange lipstick. I just used the lipstick because I wanted the color on my lid to be brighter than the color above my lid, if that makes sense. And that lipstick is just going to make it look super bright and super pretty. I missed the inner corner of my eye, so I'm just going to go back in with that lipstick before I lay powder right there because, again, I want the colors to stay super bright. That lipstick is a pain to blend out, but it is doable. It is blendable. You can do it. I took a MAC 221 brush. It's just a small blending brush that I use all the time, and I really worked that color out. I really blended it out. At first, I was a little scared. Even though I had did the eye before that, I was like, what have I got myself into? It's not blending out. But it is doable. If you take your time and blend it out, you can blend it out. And if you don't want to take your time and blend this color out or this lipstick out, just use whatever base you've been using. You know, I usually use soft ochre. That will do, or whatever concealer you use or whatever you use to blend out color. But you see here, I slowed it down so I can show you guys that it's actually blending out quite nicely and exactly how I want it to be. That orange over my lid is lighter than the orange on my lid, and that's exactly how I wanted these colors to look. I wanted them to really slide into each other. And so blend it, honey. Blend for your life. Blend like the police is behind you, honey, and you're gonna get a ticket if you ain't blending. I had to do a happy dance because I started getting confident in my blending skills. At first I was nervous, so that happy dance was me shaking those nerves. Next I went in with this e.l.f. crease brush and I took that hot pink that's in that Juvias Place palette. Sometimes I just be forgetting to show the color, but it's that hot pink in the Juvias Place palette, and I just used that so I could create some depth in the shadow and my shadow wouldn't look all one color because I wanted this to look very colorful, but also stay in the orange family. Then I just took that same MAC 217 brush and I didn't pick up any extra product. I just used what was already there and I just blended those colors into each other. Then I took the color Eclipse in the Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora Glow Kit and I just used that to highlight my brow bone. I really like that color because it has like a reflex in it. Like it has like pink reflex. So it was perfect for this look. Then I just took that MAC 217 brush and blended it all together again. Let me tell y'all about this. I got this sample from Sephora and it's the Glam Glowstarter Moisturizer. I have to go back and get this. It worked beautifully on my skin. I was really nervous about trying it out. And I also went in with my Smashbox primer and you see me tapping that into my skin. And then I had to do a happy dance. Hey. Then I took the Loreal True Match in my Lancôme foundation and I just mixed those together. And I use my finger as always. And I started on my cheek because that's where I need the most coverage. I had to take them earrings off so I can beat my face, honey. And then I just blended that in with my finger, warm the product up, move it around. You know the drill. After I did that, I took that Equate beauty sponge or whatever it's called, and I prepared to beat my face. And as usual, I'm just picking that sponge up and putting it down. I'm not swiping it. I'm not pulling it. I don't want to disturb the foundation. I just want to press the foundation into my skin. I want it to become one with my skin. I just really blended that out. You want to blend every corner, every crevice, every crease. You want to blend it out, honey. Blend it at the top, blend it at the bottom, blend it everywhere. You see, girl, I'm pulling my scalp, blending it. I am pulling it and blending it and blending it and pulling it. They outside cutting the grass while I'm trying to do my voiceover. The devil is busy. Yes, he is, but we ain't even gonna worry about that. Next, I grabbed this NYX quad. It's a concealer quad, and I just used that peach color, and it's called Light. This concealer is thick. I'm talking about thicker than me, hey? But this concealer will wear you out. But I really like the coverage it gives. Look, y'all, I gave a little pant. I was tired trying to blend this concealer out. But then I went in with my damp sponge and it blended out quite nicely. You just have to take your time, and it's best to go in with that concealer with your finger. You need something to warm that up and move it around first because it is thick. But you see how pretty of a base. That concealer is so pretty, y'all. Y'all just have to give it up for NYX on that way. NYX is not even expensive. That concealer is beautiful. It just mutes everything. Then I took that Wet n Wild Photo Ready concealer in the color medium peach, and I just literally tapped it on. I slowed this part down so y'all could see. I'm not swiping that brush. Again, picking the brush up, laying it down. It's like one of those little wand things. I'm dancing today, y'all. And I took my sponge again and I just tapped that into each other. I really enjoy layering concealers. I don't know why, but I love the look of layered concealer. But if you don't like a lot of concealer, you can always just use that one concealer. You see how happy layering that concealer made me? I just went ahead and blend everything into each other, and it looks so good. It looks good without powder, but of course I'm going in with some Airspun. And this is a perfect example of always making sure your concealer is blended out completely under your eye before locking that Airspun in. And you want to move that Airspun out to in. When I move it out to in, I have less creasing than when I move it in to out. So I always try to remember to move it out to in. And I also put a little powder around my mouth and on my chin and around my nose. I went with that Better Skin by Maybelline. I went in with that Better Skin by Maybelline. I'm sorry. And the color is Coconut. That's the darkest color they make, and that kind of sucks. But I really do like that powder, so I am using it for now. Then I went in with my MAC powder in Deep Dark, and I'm going to use that big Eco toothbrush to contour. I lightly contour my face. I don't like a heavy contour. As you see, I'm just swiping it from my ear to like the top of my brow bone, pretty much. So where my brow arch is at, that's where I stop my contour. Because you don't want it to be super long all the way to your mouth looking like Saw Girl. Then I just took a little translucent powder and I just sealed the deal around my contour and around my nose so I don't be cracking and messing up. Then I just took this Rimmel lip liner, but I'm going to use it on my eye. I'm not exactly sure what the color is, but I will be sure to link it in the description bar. And I'm just going to use that orange color around my eye. Those Rimmel lip liners are creamy. Then I took that orange in the Juvias Place palette on this Luxie smudger brush, and I just went all the way around my lash line. You really want to connect. I wanted to connect the top color to the bottom color. And I also went in with that pink as well. And I did the same thing, but I just put the pink on the outer bottom lid. I wanted to connect this so my eye could look super round and super big and super pretty, since this is a flirty look. Then I just took a big brush and knocked all the excess powder off. And I just took 2 pair of the Salon Perfect 615 lashes. This is just going to make them look extra wispy and extra thick and extra pretty. And that's just going to give you a real flirty look. Then I took that Wet n Wild pearlescent pink blush and an e.l.f. blush brush. And I laid it down, gave my face some color, honey. There you go. There you go. You looking good, girl. Then I just took another brush and I just blended all that into each other. Then I took a CoverGirl lip gloss and I just put it on my lips. And I took that color Lyra in the Aurora Glow Kit. And that's what I'm going to use to blend those colors in to highlight, you know. And then I also went in with the color Eclipse. And I put that over Lyra just to make it look brighter and prettier.
Alright you guys, that's it for my summertime fine makeup tutorial. And if you enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up and also leave some comments in the comment place. You know what I mean. But yeah, leave some comments, tell me how I did, and always remember we're here to learn together. And as always, stay pretty.